To discuss some of the aspects of migration in today's Russia, we're joined by Vladimir Vasiliev, an MP with the United Russia Party, who is also head of the Parliamentary Security Committee. Russia's Liberal Democrat Party introduced a bill slapping migrants with up to 3 years in jail for refusing to leave Russia. Your party was amongst those which blocked it. What is United Russia's position on migration?
Russia needs migrants. We are entering a difficult demographic stretch where already by 2015 we are going to feel a lack of the necessary numbers of working population. But at the same time, migratory processes should be regulated. In this last year alone, we have adopted several laws which regulate this more. For example, we introduced the one-time permit for seasonal workers who don't need permanent residence permits. And we've set a number of rules for highly skilled workers, those who earn more than the equivalent of 47,500 euros per year, roughly. It was also decided to require proof of a migrant's command of the Russian language.
Is that last measure to protect the migrants, manage their coming and going, or is it a measure of repression?
Probably it is a combination of all those things. First of all, a person with a single national language, in our case a Russian with this country's language, should not come unprepared. He must be able to read, even such simple things as safety regulations, for example, written in Russian. Secondly, when he masters the language, he will have fewer problems with the people he talks to. What is also important is that the language helps him to understand his environment, because sometimes migrants have a hard time understanding the customs or ways of doing things which are normal to the majority of the population in their chosen country of residence.
What about the opinion we're hearing more and more that the rise in extreme nationalist attitudes towards migrants could endanger the security of the whole of Russia?
Let me give this example. My constituency is the Tver region, northeast of Moscow. And in our region alone, there are 109 different nationalities. Russia is truly a multinational country. We are a case apart, not like mono-national states, because for centuries we have lived together, so we know how to do it. But of course, this is frequently played up by politicians, especially in the run-up to elections. And they heat up or even create this as a problem, often artificially.
There is also a view that the widespread corruption relating to migration threatens Russia's security. What should be done?
For example, we introduced the possibility to dismiss individuals involved in corruption on loss of confidence grounds. We register roughly 14,000 cases of corruption per year, of either giving or taking bribes. If there's a court conviction, you can fire this person. But if there's no conviction, there have been instances where a person has successfully challenged a dismissal and got his position back. Now there is a law governing firing for loss of confidence. This is if the code of conduct is broken or a contract is violated. It applies if there is corruption, but you can't qualify it as a felony if the crime has not been proven. And that's important. We're also implementing a huge police reform of the biggest law enforcement organ that deals with this sphere. Starting from the beginning of 2012, we are increasing the salaries of policemen many times over, and they're the ones who work in the field with migrants.
The United Russia Party is Vladimir Vasiliev, head of the Security Committee in the Duma. Thank you.